Alrighty, welcome to the Super Bowl Special Edition podcast. I'm Alex, and I'm here with Zack.
And I'm Zack. We got quite a special episode for you today. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, count 'em guests. Why don't you guys introduce yourself?
Starting with our newest guest, Jason Celeste.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Jason from Cincinnati, Ohio. Played a little football with Zack and Alex back in the day, and ready to talk some more football.
We also have one of my oldest friends, Adam McDonald, joining us for the first time.
Hey guys, my name's Adam. I was born and raised in Washington, D.C. I grew up with Alex, so I've known him basically my entire life.
Then we have Korey Creech, resident Eagles fan.
Always a pleasure, boys. Always a pleasure.
What a title to have.
And political Washington insider, Ned Bench, regular on the pod.
Thanks for having me back, guys. I'm tired of talking politics. Let's talk some football.
All right. Zachary, what did you think of last week's, or 2 weeks ago, conference championship games?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. It seems like the collusion is in again. Goodell lets his buddy Brady back to the Super Bowl, of course. So many blown calls in that Packers game. I couldn't even count them. It was insane. I called it all year, man. Mahomes versus Brady. That's what Goodell wants to see. That's what the normal NFL fan wants to see. That's what makes NFL money. And guess what? That's us doing the Super Bowl again, man. It's just a travesty,
I agree, man. I agree with Celeste. But I also want to say that Matt LaFleur is soft, dude. Like, the Packers need a new head coach.
Wow.
And it's just ridiculous, dude. And Kevin King is hot fucking garbage. I cannot believe that, man. I texted you, Chow. I mean, that was awful, dude. Your defensive coordinator needs to go. Clean house on the defensive side. And if A-Rod is smart, dude, get the hell out of Green Bay. What a dumpster fire.
The Packers never should have got rid of Mike McCarthy, man. A Pittsburgh native. He's got football in his blood. I don't know why they ever got rid of him. That was the most idiotic move they've ever made in their franchise history.
I mean, he's doing pretty well in Dallas right now. Solid 6-10 season.
Well, he has to deal with Jerry World over there, man. He's got bad ownership behind him.
Yeah.
See, I think the biggest issue was that they just didn't use Aaron Rodgers. You have arguably the MVP of the league, best quarterback in the NFL this year, and you kicked a field goal. Why? You have the MVP. Man, let him throw it.
Man, it was a meeting at the quarterback. They couldn't block the D-line if they wanted to. I mean, the second half, they got all those picks and they did jack squat. They went 3 and out 3 times in a row. It didn't matter. Last week they were doomed, and McCarthy wouldn't have saved them.
I don't know, man. McCarthy would have worked up the magic in there. He's always got some magic up his sleeve. I hope McCarthy comes to the Steelers one day, man. As much as I like Mike Tomlin, bring him back home.
We got the Chiefs going against the Buccaneers. Young GOAT versus new GOAT, maybe. So let's go around and do some predictions. I'll start off. I say 35-24 Chiefs. Kelsey, 2 touchdowns.
Wow. 2 touchdowns for Travis Kelsey, huh? I don't know about that, man.
3.
Jason, what do you got? What's your score prediction? Who you got winning this one?
I'm going to go with Chiefs 35-17.
Wow. That's a little bit of a blowout.
Yeah, well, Brady looked kind of washed up in the second half. I don't trust him to put up points to match KC.
They just forgot to give him his steroid injection at halftime, man. He's going to be back better than ever. Goodell will be in there at halftime, give him a massage, give him a little ice bath. He'll be fine. Creech, what do you got, man?
All right, well, the line started out 3.5. It's currently at 3. It takes $1 million to move half a point for anybody at home. That's what it takes. So
Wow.
The over and under is interesting to me, and I think it tells the game. The over and under was set at 57.5. Yesterday was 56.5. Today it's 55.5. So $4 million to move the line there to the under. That kind of tells me Bucks, if you really want my honest opinion. If it's a high-scoring game, I think it's the Chiefs. Low-scoring game, I think it's the Bucks. I want the Chiefs to win, but I got 27-24 Bucks.
Wow. Ned, you don't seem enthused by that prediction, man. What are you thinking?
It's a tough one because I actually agree. Like I think if it's a low scoring game, the Bucks win. If it's a high scoring game, the Chiefs win. I think it's going to be a high scoring game though, so I have the Chiefs winning 37-31.
37-31. All right, so we got only one person for the Bucks right now. Adam, where are you going with, Bucks or Chiefs?
I'm staying on the Chiefs bandwagon.
Wow.
I think it's going to be a real passing of the torch. Tom Brady's going to be stepping down, handing it over to Patrick Mahomes. I think it's a very high-scoring game. I think both quarterbacks just dismantle both defenses. I think it's going to be 42-31 Chiefs.
Wow, 42-31. I think you guys are all underestimating Tom Brady and his defense. You don't want a hot take right here. I got the Bucks coming in, winning this game 34-7. The Buccaneers absolutely destroy Patrick Mahomes. He goes out in the first quarter, and it's just a blowout for the Bucks. Brady puts on his 7th Super Bowl, and he's the greatest of all time. They put a statue of him in Tampa Bay, in Kansas City, in every city across America. There's going to be a Tom Brady statue when you walk in.
Put some respect on Mahomes' name, bro. 7 points? Oh, man.
He's going to get hurt in the first quarter, man. He's fragile. He's already been hurt a couple times this season. He's going to fall out.
Let's not forget the Chiefs' stellar backup. Jump right in and light up the Buccaneers defense.
I don't know about that one. What are his stats this season?
I don't know. One incredible first down run against the Cleveland Browns, that's for sure.
Well, that's not too hard to do. I mean, Big Ben almost did that one time, and he fell over like a big loaf.
What was that, like 15 years ago?
No, that was right after his motorcycle crash.
Oh.
Drunk drive. He got his DUI.
The illustrious off-field career Ben has had.
It seems like most NFL players, the greats have a nice off-field career, you know? All right, some crazy predictions there. Jason, you betting man, what bets are you going to put on this game? I know Creech is going to have some good bets later.
Honestly, I've never won for the prop bets. I usually just bet the line, and
Yeah?
I think Chiefs to cover a 3-point spread is an easy take.
Really? You think the Chiefs will cover 3-point spread, man? I don't know about that. Clearly, I don't believe that.
Yeah, judging from your prediction, I think you're thinking the other way.
You know what? I think I'm only going to bet prop bets this game. Does anyone out there see some crazy prop bets? I want to see some crazy, like, the Weeknd does cocaine live on TV prop bet, something like that,
Oh, I haven't seen those crazy ones, but getting into the betting, I'm liking Brian Pringle catching the first pass of the Kansas City Chiefs. 18-1 odds.
Who is Brian Pringle? I don't even know who that is.
He's their number 5 wide receiver. So odds that he's even on the field for the first play of the game are very low.
Pretty low, huh?
Give Pringle the ball.
He's cousins with Jeremy Sprinkle, Washington football team tight end.
I'd like to check the accuracy on that.
We're gonna have to check that in the fact check. Preach, you're a resident betting expert here, man. What do you got? What's your best parlay for this big game?
Well, so I went with my heart here in the parlays, but here's the big parlay for today. I got Kansas City Chiefs money line because you don't know what's going to happen. I don't like that -3 action. I got Travis Kelce anytime score. Gronk, he's got to get a score here with time. And I got Leonard Fournette over 48.5. He's been great through the playoffs. Travis Kelce, 98.5. I've got the over. I think he's going to be favored there in the middle of the defense. Tyreek over 92.5. He went off. I love that. Gronk over 31.5. And Antonio Brown makes an appearance over 41.5. So, plus 17,000. So, it's a good little.
Plus 17,000. Wow. You heard it at home. Put all your stock money you lost on GameStop into that prop bet. You're going to win it back.
I'll tell you
Adam,
what
do you think?
Oh, go ahead, my bad.
Adam, any thoughts on any favorite bets for this weekend?
Yes, I think it's safe to say there's probably not going to be a safety. So I'd bet no safety. as the first points or any points.
Safe.
But I really like Creech's parlay. I think it has the Chiefs putting up a bunch of yards, scoring a bunch of points. And then it has the Buccaneers. What's that? Gronkowski with 32 yards? Yeah, probably get that on like 2 catches. I think that's a good parlay. I like that. Plus 17,000? Done.
Oh, I'll say I haven't been looking at it too long. I'm not too big into betting, but the few that I've looked at that I like so far are based kind of off creatures a little bit. I like Leonard Fournette for more than 15 carries. He's got to run the ball because Ronald Jones sucks right now. I also like Tyreek Hill or Travis Kelce for MVP at plus 880 in mine. So I think those would be really big upside because the quarterbacks are in the hundreds, but like everyone else, I think they're easy. And then definitely taking Tom Brady over 320 passing yards. Definitely taking that if I'm calling it a high-scoring game. So those are mine.
Creech, what you had a thought you wanted to circle back to?
Yeah. There's a couple player props here. Patrick Mahomes to throw a first quarter touchdown, plus 110. I think that's pretty easy money. L'Jarius Sneed had a great rookie year, plus 550 just for one pick. I think he can get it out of Tom Brady. We saw that performance last week. Shaquille Barrett to get the first sack at 550. Pretty easy money there. So
I think I'm going to put all my money this time on heads. I'm going to put $1,000 on heads, and that's the only bet I'm going to do, I think. It's 50-50 chance, That's the best odds you could possibly get.
6 out of the last 8 Super Bowls were tails.
That's just good, though.
So you're due for a head. You're
right?
due for one.
You should put the money on the heads. They have crazy odds on the MVP for all others, plus 2,500. I think I might take that just for fun. Like it's Mahomes, Brady, Hill, Kelce, and then all others is 2,500. Why not take that? Just throw down $50 on that. I mean, who knows? Maybe Ryan Suckup steps up.
Could happen.
Right.
Hey, on FanDuel, Troy, you can take the punter for the Kansas City Chiefs at plus 55,000.
55,000 to win MVP for the Chiefs. You never know, man. Maybe he sticks one yard, at the 1 yard line. 5,500. I might put a couple bucks on that. I want the craziest bets you can possibly get, like stuff like that.
There you go, Troy.
The Rams had won the 2018 Super Bowl. Johnny Hecker, the punter, would have been MVP. I promise that.
Why do you think that?
The Rams would have won the 2018 Super Bowl. They wouldn't have needed Johnny Hecker to be their MVP.
That's a good point.
Nice.
Total sacks by both teams. Over or under 4. What do you guys got?
That Bucs defense looked real good against Green Bay.
They did.
And the Chiefs have 4 of their 5 starting offensive linemen out for this game, so I might take the over with that.
So you're taking the over. It's the same odds either way.
I'm taking the under. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to evade the pressure, and I think Tom Brady is going to diagnose the defense, get rid of the ball before they get there. I don't see any sacks. 0.
No sacks in this game. I wonder if you could bet on no sacks. That'd probably be a pretty
You would
good
win a lot of money.
Yeah, you definitely would.
No sacks.
All right, who do you guys see as a X factor in this game? Because personally, I see Ronald Jones rising from the dead and getting over 100 all-purpose yards in this game to help his team stay in the game.
I don't know about that. Adam, you look suspicious. Let's hear what your take on that one.
No, I don't think Ronald Jones, but I think there's going to be another player that comes out of nowhere and kind of steals the show. Honestly, I think it's going to be a real big AB game. I think Antonio Brown's going to stand up. I hate the guy. I think he's an awful individual, but he's a hell of a wide receiver, and I think he's going to tear it up out there this weekend.
Ned, you think so? You think AB gets a touchdown at least?
I'm not sure about AB, but my guy's Mecole Hardman. If he goes off, which you could do the damn thing. You take one back for a touchdown on kickoff. He could get a long run, or I'm on Mecole Hardman today. X factor.
Hardman. I think Gronk's gonna have a big game, man. I think Gronk's gonna go off a couple touchdowns, like 150 plus. I think I like the matchup with him and the Chiefs D. And Brady, Brady loves getting the ball.
I don't know. I think
I
you're
think
underestimating the coverage ability of Tyrann Matthew, who's going to stick like white on rice on Gronk all game long.
That's a mismatch though. Gronk's so big.
And Gronk's also washed up. Like, Matthews, probably the elite cover safety in the NFL. I don't like Gronk at all in this game.
Oh wow! All right, Jason. You are a safety expert. So who's your X factor?
Um, I'm honestly kind of with Ned on Mecole Hardman, unless Sammy Watkins can show up close to 100%. I think it's going to be whoever. Obviously, Kelsey and Hill are going to get theirs, but the Chiefs are going to need a third receiver to step up. And I think it's either going to be Hardman or if Watkins is healthy, I like Sammy Watkins.
Are you just saying that because you're a
Yeah.
Clemson fan?
It might have played a bit of a factor, but also Travis Kelsey repping the 5-1-3 is always
That's
nice.
true.
He's going to eat that Buccaneers linebacking core alive. It's a lot of people don't understand with Devin White, who's an extremely fast linebacker for the Buccaneers. They just assume the speed that he's a good coverage linebacker. He was one of the worst coverage linebackers in the NFL this year.
Really? Do you have the facts to back that up, or we can check that in the fact check as well? We're gonna have a lot of work cut out for us.
Yeah, check it out on Pro Football Focus. His pass coverage grade was absolutely horrible.
That sounds like a fake website that you just made up.
I guess we'll have to look that one up on the fact check, man.
We'll check it on the fact check. Don't worry.
hey, you know what? It's cool that guys play on the outside and they catch balls and might run around a little bit. There's only one thing that matters, and it's in the trenches. The game is played at the line of scrimmage.
Master, I think your head got knocked around too much.
The matchup to look for in this game is Chris Jones against the backup offensive interior line for the Chiefs. Chris Jones has been pushing the pocket, dominated against the Bills. And what's Tom Brady's weakness? Let's rewind back 2007, perfect season, defeated by a great Giants defensive line. Could happen again with Chris Jones pushing the pocket back all game.
You don't have to go that far back in time, Joe.
In your take there, I could just hear like your old middle school coach when you tried out for running back, telling you to go play center, and then you started to cry, and the coach telling you that offensive line matters too.
That's what every coach shows every offensive lineman. They try to tell them the most important position out there.
It's a great recruiting tool.
Yeah, it's the only way you can get anyone to play offensive line.
Yeah, laugh now. Tom Brady will be not laughing when he's getting sacked.
0 sacks, Adam Scott. I'm gonna find that prop bet on some weird betting site and put all my money on that now.
Honestly, you should, because there's not going to be any.
Yeah, I got a lot of money to make back up from TD Ameritrade. So,
all right, Zach, you had a spicy hot take earlier in this episode. A 35-7 victory for the Buccaneers and Tom Brady. Do you have anything else hot left on that plate?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we could get hotter for sure. I could turn up the heat. I already suggested Suck Up winning the MVP. I think that's pretty likely. I'm definitely putting my money down on that. If you want another hot take, I say Patrick Mahomes doesn't return to the Super Bowl for the next 5 seasons after this. There's your hot take for a little bit after the Super Bowl. I did mine for the game. Mahomes doesn't return for 5 years after this. Kind of a flash in the pan. And Brady wins 2 more after this, too.
Oh, wow. Shit. I can get behind the Mahomes not making it back to the Super Bowl, though. If you think about the contract mess they have, they're going to be salary cap strapped. I kind of like that, Troy. I can get
That's exactly what I was thinking, man. This salary cap, Andy Reid's getting old. He's going to retire soon.
Could, dude.
Their team's not going to fall. Be this great forever, man. I think Mahomes. He's one of those guys who's so good when they're young, but I don't know if he can sustain that kind of greatness throughout the rest of his career.
I got a hot take for you, Troy. You're going to love this. A little bit of betting, a little bit to tell you how Tom Brady will win his 7th Super Bowl.
Let's hear it.
Sean, Murphy Bunting. Super Bowl MVP plus 30,000 returns
Wow.
2. Tom Brady gets a Super Bowl. Not
Plus-
off of him.
Plus 30,000.
What about you, Jason? You got a hot take for this Sunday?
Well, I've got a hot take for what could have been this Sunday, and I've said it to you a couple times already. The Packers would be in the Super Bowl if they did not waste their first round pick. You look at the Chiefs with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. You look at the Buccaneers with Tristan Wirfs, 2 of the most productive rookies in the NFL this year, and look at where they are. Then you look at Jordan Love, who played. Would you like to know how many snaps Jordan Love played this year, Alex? 0.
I am aware how many snaps he played.
Then you look at the gentleman who I thought in April when the Packers traded up from 30 to 26, I thought he was a shoo-in. T. Higgins to the Packers. T. Higgins fell a couple yards short of 1,000, and he got injured in the last game of the season, or he would have hit 1,000 yards. I looked at all those drops the Packers wide receivers had in that NFC Championship game. You cannot convince me that if they had spent that first round pick on T. Higgins, they would not be playing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl right now.
Jason.
An absolutely horrible decision when you have a Super Bowl ready roster to take a player that you know is not going to play this year. Terrible.
I have a question for you, Jason. Was Michael Jordan the number 1 pick in the NFL draft?
Well, he didn't play in the NFL, so no.
Correct. He was the 2nd pick in the NBA draft.
He was actually.
And you always draft third pick. Okay, doesn't matter. That even proves my point more.
Our
2
fact checks are
teams
getting a mess.
passed up on Michael Jordan
And those were 2 teams who made terrible decisions.
to fill a need instead of drafting the best available player. Packers, maybe Jordan Love is good. We haven't seen him play.
Maybe.
Why-
But
why-
the bottom line is the Packers had a chance to win a Super Bowl this year, and they drafted a player that did not fill a need for this year.
I'm with you on
But
that
they
one.
could fill a
Jason.
need for 5 years from now.
You can't
and
think
Have
like
a
that.
great quarterback.
Rodgers is going to be gone by then.
Bottom line is when you are in a position to win now, you win now. Did the Buccaneers draft a backup quarterback for their 43-year-old starter? No, they drafted Tristan Wirfs, the best offensive tackle in the class, because that's what they needed to win now. And guess
Maybe a
what? They
corner?
won now.
You wouldn't have had Kevin King out there?
Maybe a cornerback. Maybe an
Packers-
offensive lineman to protect you from that Buccaneers pass rush, A lot of ways you could have gone with that, and I don't think Jordan Love helped you much at all there.
Packers pass blocking was worsened by Bakhtiari tearing his ACL late in the season. But Packers GM Brian Gutekunst is playing chess, and you guys are playing checkers. Jordan Love is going to pay off just like Rodgers did.
I don't know.
3
looked like,
straight Hall of Fame QBs.
it looked like the
no
Buccaneers
way.
were playing chess
Ooh,
and the Packers
that's
were
the hottest
playing
take I've
checkers on
heard.
Sunday.
See,
So there's my hot take. 3 straight Hall of Fame quarterbacks from the Green Bay Packer organization. Go back and check the tape 20 years from now. Jordan Love, Hall of Famer.
Wait, should we check the tape from his sophomore season or his junior season where he was extremely underwhelming?
Oh,
Check the
man.
practice tape.
It's about time the Packers had a bum quarterback, man. I'm glad they got Jordan Love because they need to suffer a little bit, They need to know what it's like to have a shitty quarterback out there. You guys have been spoiled your whole life, man, child. Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, where's your Andy Dalton in there?
Yeah, or any Bengals quarterback of all time? Where are those
Not
guys?
Joey
at?
Burrow. Joey Burrow's going to be our savior.
I
he
sure
is
hope so
very
for your sake, Jason. Man, you guys are an embarrassment to the AFC North.
Or Ryan Finley, who single-handedly defeated the Steelers.
Yeah, I mean, that's not that hard to do this year. Look who we got out there. We have Big Ben. He looks like he just drank his 20th Bud Light as he stumbles out on the field.
Oh, I have an interesting story for you. So I used to work at the Mortons downtown in Cincinnati, and the Chicago Cubs, every time they'd come in for a series, would eat out at Morton's because that's a Chicago-based restaurant. John Lester one time came in with the game the next day. Granted, he wasn't pitching, so it's not like he was really even caring about the game. He came in and drank 24 Miller Lights.
Wow.
John Lester,
What a competitor.
Goddamn legend.
For newest national too.
Oh, he's on the Nationals now, huh?
Yeah. Nationals just picked him up.
Well, I hope he drinks 24
All right, enough
Miller Lights
baseball.
at their bar.
Enough baseball. We'll talk about that this spring. Ned, you got a hot take for Sunday?
I got a hot take for Sunday. I guess my hottest take for Sunday, everybody's just like going all over the place just to make sneak attacks at the Packers. I'm not going to do that. My hottest take is that it's about the game we didn't talk about last week. It's about the Bills. The Bills are going to be back, and they're going to be in the Super Bowl next year. They're taking it. They're going to meet the Chiefs in the AFC Championship, and they're going to be back. They're going to be better. They're going to have a better running game. Josh Allen's going to be a year better, and I think the Bills are here to stay with the Chiefs at the top. So it's Josh Allen versus Mahomes for a while. I'm feeling that. So I'm on the Bills.
I like that take, Ned. I like that a lot.
Newest member of Bills Mafia.
Fold-out table, man.
You mispronounced Bengals. It's going to be Bengals versus Bills next year.
You guys ruined Joe Burrow this year. What do you mean? He tore his ACL and like his LCL and like
He's
all that.
done, man. The
what-
Bengals.
What
The Bengals
doesn't
aren't gonna
kill
make the
you
playoffs.
makes you stronger.
It was heirs of Carson Palmer, man. It was
Oh,
You mean like when that dirtiest player in the NFL history, Kimo von Oelhoffen?
he
one
was
of the
a
best
legend.
games in history.
He's
Vino
in it.
von Oelhoffen.
He's in the Steelers Hall of Fame, man. I got his jersey hung up in my apartment.
Well, yeah, because you honor coaches that run out onto the field to stop players from returning kickoffs for touchdowns.
Tomlin's just a winner, man. Why would he let someone return a kickoff for a touchdown if he can stop them? He's a winner. He wants to win. Jason, you need more of that in your Bengal country, man. You guys aren't going to make the playoffs till like 2040 at this rate.
Oh, we'll be there, Troy. Don't you worry.
Honestly, you guys should probably get Andy Dalton back. Burrow will probably never be the same. You need the red rifle back there.
I saw on a free agency website they predicted Cam Newton to the Bengals.
I can see that.
Yeah,
What a
not
spiral worse down there.
yeah, would not be too excited about that one.
To throw 4 touchdowns in 16 games.
Joe Burrow.
He would be a great tight end.
Woods.
I mean, look at Logan Thomas,
Yeah, he could do the Logan Thomas.
failed NFL quarterback that is now developing into a pretty good NFL tight end.
Imagine NFL MVP at quarterback to tight end to end off your career.
That'd be pretty sick, honestly.
He could do it.
Then to left tackle. Then to center. He's got like 10 more years. Easy.
Finish out as a fullback. Gets in like one play a game.
No, when you're center, you can't go to fullback.
Yeah. That's the last stop on the train.
First and last for some people.
Yeah, I've been there.
Adam, give us a hot take.
All right, fellas. So, hot take. Cam Newton's going to the Redskins. I'm sorry, the Washington football team. And the Washington football team is going to win the NFC East.
Stop recording.
Adam, you're
Stop
going to get us
recording.
canceled, man.
We'll win the NFC East with 6 wins.
It's going to be
Well,
Cam Newton to Terry McLaurin all day.
You're already over Taylor Heineke, dude? What do you mean?
Taylor Heineke, flash in the pan. He's not the answer. Ron Rivera,
Minion?
made
That means nothing to you?
MVP. He will do it again.
Return
Return him
That's a
to his
good hot
rightful
take.
place atop the pedestal.
Rock with that.
that was hot. Thank you. That
Now,
was hot.
question: will the football team need the Eagles to blatantly tank a game to win the NFC East?
Oh my god. People need to get over that shit. That is
You
ridiculous.
don't need to ask the Eagles to lose. They do that all on their own. We are not involved in their doing. We just win divisions.
I don't have to address that. I don't have to address that, man. That's just absurd.
The NFC East is a mess, man. They should send all those teams over to London or something. You know, like we'll send one to London, one to Mexico. You get them out of those
Same
cities.
conference.
Dude. There's clearly not working there. New ownership at all 4 teams. Let's shake it up a bit.
We might
That I
need
can
to go.
find. because Dan Snyder is an idiot.
Yeah.
We
We might have
the
the
Jets
worst
as the only
owners.
team in New York. That'd be great. You just
Make
stick
him
them with the
suffer
Jets.
a little bit.
All right, I think that was a great conversation we had today, breaking down Super Bowl and betting. Thank you to all our esteemed guests, and good luck this weekend. Hey guys, thanks for listening to another episode of All Right, Shut Up. Make sure to go ahead and leave us a review, help us grow the podcast.
All right, shut up. Catch us next week on all your favorite podcast sites.